Hi, everyone, and welcome to this month's Special School District Parent Advisory Council headlines video for the month of April. I'm Rebby Goebel, the president of the Parent Advisory Council. So I'm going to recap our April meeting for you guys, give you some updates on some news that has happened and some upcoming events, and give you the details for our May meeting. So in April, we discussed the CSIP plan for special school districts. So that's the comprehensive school improvement plan. There isn't a lot of updates that are being proposed for this year due to the fact that Dr. Bohannon is retiring and we will be getting a new SSD superintendent next year. So that was the other big piece of news, that they have selected Dr. Elizabeth Keenan from Chicago Public Schools to be the new superintendent. She's currently the chief officer of the Office of Diverse Learners and Health and Wellness for Chicago Public Schools. And in that school district, which is the third largest in the nation, she serves over 51,000 children who receive services. So here in St. Louis County, we're at about 24,000. So she is certainly qualified to support us here in St. Louis, and we look forward to meeting with her. Our first meeting with her will probably be in June as an executive council. We're hoping to meet with her then. Her official start date isn't until July 1st though. So obviously there's going to be a little bit of transition in between, but she is leaving a rather large role that she currently has in Chicago. So some due time has to be given to that transition. So we will let you know the minute we know of any opportunities for us as parents to meet with Dr. Keenan and start building that relationship, which we are certainly excited to do so. The PLI and the Parent Outreach Ambassador programs are both looking for participants. So the PLI is the Parent Leadership Institute. It's a fantastic program if you are looking to sharpen your advocacy skills and learn more about how to not only help your own family, but also help your community and bring awareness to diversity and inclusion, especially around special education. PLI is 3 Saturdays in the fall, one in the month of September, October, and November, where you will have a full day session at Special School District, and they will bring in guest speakers, and you will really dive deep into a lot of different topics, including legislative issues and how to advocate with your local legislators. So I went through it 2 falls ago now. It'll be the fall of 2016, fall of 2017 is when I went through it. And it was really great and definitely changed how I approached some things with the school district and how I interacted and just how I thought about my child and their future. So I highly recommend it. It is free to participate, but there is an application process. So I will make sure that in the show notes, there is linked to down below the application, or at least the website where you can get more information on the Parent Leadership Institute. The other opportunity is this Parent Outreach Ambassador program that Special School District is putting together, and that is where parents can apply to do outreach activities in areas where there isn't any parent representation currently. So you wouldn't be doing outreach activities within your own district. This would be you being sent to historically unrepresented or underrepresented school districts and areas in different school districts here in St. Louis County to spread the word about the resources that SSD has to offer, and also about our Parent Advisory Council. So both are great opportunities. Both do take some time commitment. Both do require some an application process. So I'll make sure that links to all of that are down below as well. Let's see. The last update I have, or the last announcement I have before we talk about our May meeting, is that the Tech Fest is going to be happening at Special School District Central Office, which is on Clayton Road, right at Clayton and Ballas in Town and Country. The address is on the website, so I'll make sure that that link is provided as well. So Tech Fest is going to be a place where parents can come and get information about how different assistive technologies can support your child and the situation that they might be in. So looking to see if technology can support the child instead of having like a paraeducator constantly hovering over your child's shoulder. Assistive technology is a really great way to give your child some independence and some ability, self-determination about where they go and what they do. So can be a really great resource, and there will be all things tech at this event. It's going to be on May 13th from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. So again, that's the Tech Fest, May 13th from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Then, I can't believe it, but it's almost time for our very last meeting of the 2018-2019 school year. So that meeting is going to be on May 8th at 7 p.m., again at the central office for Special School District. We don't have a main topic selected. We're going to be discussing some just wrap up topics about how we feel like the year went, and some topics that we'd like to make sure we hit the ground running with next year. Clearly, an introduction to our new superintendent is going to be high on my list for our August meeting. So I don't know that we'll do much more than that. We will also be having our elections for the executive committee. Most of our current officers have expressed interest in coming back. In fact, all of them have, just in slightly different positions. So I'm really excited about having at least 4 out of my 5 positions filled right off the bat. So, but that being said, we are still taking nominations. So if you want to nominate someone, either yourself or someone else, up until we'll say it May 1st, you can send those nominations in to the PAC email address, and that's pac@ssdmo.org. I'll make sure I put it here in the little in the little banner across the bottom, but you can reach us there and send in your nominations. We will have a slate and have our election process in May. So one word, if you are watching this and you missed our April meeting, it was actually our second meeting this year where we didn't have quorum, where we didn't have enough school districts represented so that we could actually have an official meeting and vote on things and just make sure that the county is adequately represented. It's really important that enough school districts come to vote on our executive committee. We have to start next year with a duly voted in executive committee. So I would implore everyone to come. I try to keep the meetings as brief as possible. But we do need to meet our quorum, which is only 6 districts, guys. There's 22 districts plus 5 special school district schools. And I only need 6 people from 6 different districts to show up, and we aren't making it. So The other thing that I will open up is if you have suggestions on how we can make these meetings more interesting, more valuable, and more accessible to people in your community, please don't hesitate to reach out. Membership was a huge goal of mine for this last year, and assuming that I am your president again next year, which I am running for, assuming that that happens, it'll be a huge goal of mine for next year as well, and improving the accessibility of the Parent Advisory Council, which is why I'm doing videos like this. We have our new newsletter that I started to send out. If you're interested in signing up for that newsletter, I'll put the link down below in the show notes here for YouTube. So, but seriously, we do need to make sure that we can have an official meeting and vote on our executive committee. Whether I get voted in or not, I just want to make sure that we start next year with our best foot forward, especially with a new superintendent coming in. So that's my plea, is that if you are watching this and considering coming, I just bumped my desk. If you are watching this and considering coming to our May meeting, please take the time to do so. I know May is crazy busy for everybody, but your input directly impacts the services that not only your children receive, but all 24,000 children in the St. Louis County receive. And it's vitally important that we have representation from across the county. So I hope to see a lot of smiling faces at our May 8th meeting, and I will be in your inbox soon if I don't see you there. I think that wraps us up. Have a great afternoon, everybody.